Recording is rolling. It is Wednesday, January 22nd. And so I got an activity for you guys today. We're gonna make this. This is the goal. You guys got a nice thick page of cardstock in front of you. You guys got that? We're gonna head towards this. So I'll show you guys step by step exactly how to make this. You guys get to exercise your spatial skills today. This is a good activity anyway. Students had fun with this, and I think got some pretty good stuff out of this. One of the reasons I got to do this too is my AP class. I need one more day of rotational dynamics. So yeah, it's going to be a bridge activity also. Right. And then at the end of class today, probably the last 5 minutes, I'll play you part of this video. Veritasium, so YouTube channel. There's a video called Engineering with Origami. So it shows engineering applications. Right? So with just folded paper, what's that turn into? Like NASA's been able to make use of this and take stuff into space and unfold it. All different applications, you see. Right. So tomorrow we're going to properly start the next topic, which is going to be harmonic motion, and that's also going to link into waves. Right. It's going to be some kind of periodic motion. So I'm going to plant this question today, so you guys get to think about this tonight. Right? Is if I have a pendulum, you guys see I have this slab weight on the string. Ooh, right. The string has negligible mass compared to the lab weight, and I get this oscillating back and forth. Hey, look, it's swinging back and forth. Do you guys think it takes some amount of time to go from my left finger back to my left finger? So there, 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 there. Okay. There's some amount of time it takes. I'll call that time period. So the time back and forth is one time period. What does that time period have to do with these variables? The mass that's hanging on the string, like this one's 50 grams, right? This mass, the length of the string, however many centimeters long that was, right? Oh, the angle from the vertical. If I measure how many degrees, maybe 10 or 15 degrees, maybe. Okay. And also the gravity field of the planet. Maybe that matters too. Maybe this would swing differently on the moon than on Earth, right? Differently on Mars. Right? So how can you put all those variables together and come up with some master equation for how much time it takes to swing back and forth? Right? So you guys think about that. And tomorrow we'll do the full lab and figure that out. All right. So you guys have a page of cards stuck in front of you. You guys got this? Okay. Oh, all right, so here's how I'm scoring this today. If you get this to spin by the end of class, you get full credit. If you try it, I'll give you most of the points. And any student who's not doing anything today gets no points in the grade book. But I think you guys are going to be good. There we go. First step, hamburger fold. We got a hamburger fold.
Oh, this one.
All right. Okay, make sure everybody's up to speed here. Yeah, there you go. All right. All right. All right. I think everybody's got the hamburger fold. All right. Next step. Now take one of these corners. It doesn't really matter which corner. I'm just going to use this minus reference line. So I'm going to pick the folded corner, but it doesn't really matter. I'm going to fold this over so that this bottom edge matches flush with this left edge. Okay. So I'll have a isosceles right triangle. That's pretty good right there. That'll do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, go, yeah. Like that. Right. Yep, got it, got it, got it, got it, got it. This got it. All right. Great, you guys got it. All right. So I think everybody does have that, right? Who's got that? Okay. All right. Now the purpose of that fold is this. I see a triangle down here, and I see an extra rectangle up here. I see this nice rectangle margin right up here. Right. I'm going to fold this over and tear it off. Right. So some students have been kind of nervous about tearing. So I did put some scissors out. If you want to use the scissors on your desk, you can. Okay. But this paper does tear really nice. So make a decent crease, and it should tear nice. Okay. I'll fold it back and forth a little bit. Make sure it's got a really good crease there. Okay. A really good crease. Okay. And then this should tear really nice. There it is. Tears off. Okay. Give you guys time to catch up to that. We just need to.
See this?
All right. Guys doing good, doing good. Yeah. All right.
Oh, that's-
So you guys
that's one that's
are all on track here. All right. Guys are getting there. All right, so if you do this right, you should have a square left over. This is a square down here, looks like, right? Okay. And this extra rectangle margin, I'm just gonna toss this aside or throw this out, or I might use the scrap paper later, but okay. But this is what we're gonna use for the rest of this project. It looks like a square. You guys got the square? All right. Make sure everybody's got a square. Okay. I think we're almost there. All right, so you guys get to a square. Get to a square. All right. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah, you're good. Yeah. Right. That's when you unfold it. Yeah, right. Actually, that's what you want right there. All right, now that you got the square, unfold it, and now you have a 2:1 ratio rectangle. The 2:1 rectangle. So everybody's got the 2:1 rectangle. You guys got that? Okay. Now I got a trivia question I've been asking all day today that only a few students have known. Is if you look at a computer screen, all the computer screens that are manufactured today, there's a common conventional aspect ratio. Does anybody know what's the aspect ratio? Like how long compared to how high? What's that ratio? 16:9. Exactly. Yeah, 16:9 is the ratio. Okay. Does anybody know what it used to be about 20 years ago, back when I was in high school? It's more like 4:3. That's what it used to be. Okay. Um, weird trivia. I don't know if you guys know a show called Always Sunny in Philadelphia. The first four seasons. Oh yeah. All right. First four seasons are 4:3, and after that they switch to 16:9. Anyway, all right. So this is 2:1 though, right? So your computer screen looks more like this, and way back in my day, it looked more like this movie. All right. So let's do hot dog fold. Hot dog fold. Then unfold that. Now you guys got a nice horizontal crease going across the center. All right. Next step, we have to take the top edge and bottom edge and fold those each so they match that center crease in the middle. All right, so they gotta meet in the middle. So fold the bottom edge up to the middle. Fold the top edge down to the middle. All right. So I think everybody's got that, right? Okay, yeah, all right. So next step. You guys see how there's a left half and a right half? You see left half, right half? Right. Well, I don't want two halves. I actually need 8/8. So I'm gonna do a few steps to get up to 8/8. Maybe I'll do quarters and then take the quarters to make eighths. So if I fold the right edge to the center line and then the left edge to the center line, that'll give me quarters. But you make the Gmail then you're on the right track. I got quarters right there. Sure, everybody's got quarters. Yeah, all right. I see lots of quarters. All right, good. Good. That's where I am too. Okay. All right, and then remember, I really need 8 panels. This is 4. I need 8. So fold each of those in half. So if I take this right edge and fold to the quarter mark, that'll turn that into 8s. Right? And then, because if I take this right edge and I fold all the way over to the opposite quarter, that'll give me this 5/8 mark right here. Right? So take the right edge, fold all the way over to the opposite quarter mark. Okay? And the same thing coming from the left side. Okay? So the left side, it can fold to its own quarter mark to make an 8. And then to the opposite quarter to make the 3/8 mark. All right. So it's about like that. And just to emphasize that I do have 8 panels, hold this up accordion style. Okay. Okay. Walking around, checking on you guys. Okay.
You do like the same thing that you were doing over there. And make sure that these like 8 units. 8 panels.
We do it all the way over.
Yeah.
Eights. You guys got 8/8s. 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 All right, 8/8s. All right. So I think everybody's got 8/8s. You guys got 8/8s. 8/8s. You guys got. Right. Now this next step, it does help to draw a pattern, especially if you're doing this the first time. Right. So you guys got a pen or pencil. I'm gonna draw some dots. Right, and then we're gonna connect the dots. Right. So put one dot right in the middle, smack in the middle, right there. Just put one dot in the middle. Then put a dot at the quarter mark and at the 3/4 mark. So there are 3 dots. So I got quarter, half, and 3/4. Okay. Then I'm going to take that 3-dot pattern and go straight up to the top edge and straight down to the bottom edge and copy paste that pattern. All right, you guys got 9 dots. 9 dots. That's good. 9 dots. All right. All right. So, there are a bunch of rulers around on the desk. If you have some kind of straight edge that can help here. Okay. About to draw a bunch of lines. You guys ready to connect some dots? So, I'm gonna connect these corner dots to make an X going across the center. All right. Right there. Let's get those. All right. Yeah. All right, guys all got the X. Okay. Now I'm going to draw a bunch more lines. Actually, there's going to be 10 lines altogether. There's 2, right? 1 line, 2 lines. Okay, so I need 8 more lines. All the other lines I draw are going to be parallel to one of the 2 lines already there. Right, so everything's parallel, right? Parallel to what's already there. Okay, and so there's different ways to go about this design, but just step by step. Here's one way to think about it. I'm going to get a couple of diamonds side by side. Just one way to think about it. Diamond there. Diamond over here. Boom. There, there's a couple of side-by-side diamonds. Okay. Side-by-side diamonds. Right. Some of you guys got that. Some of you guys are almost there. Right. And you guys notice, again, there's only 2 directions the lines go. Okay. So here's the direction 1, 2, 3 lines that way so far, and the other way 1, 2, 3 lines that way. Like I said. All right, I'm gonna draw all the remaining lines, and it's really just gonna be X's straight through these diamonds that are with lines that are parallel to the lines already there. So if we go from the corner to this bottom dot in the middle, okay, and then this corner down here to the top dot in the middle, right, and same thing on the other side. So pick up there, there. All right. All right, so go with that. So there were a couple of diamonds. I drew X's through the diamonds. Okay. Okay. Or if you want to count lines, I should have five parallel one way, five parallel the other way. So it's kind of got one, two, three, four, five lines. Oh, oh, oh. Other way, six, seven, eight, nine, 10 lines. Oh, oh. So five one way, five the other way, brings you to 10.
That's good.
All right. All right, let's get that. Get that. Right. Now, every one of those lines going to use to fold a crease. So you guys know we're about to make 10 creases. Five one way, five the other way. Okay. What helps really too is to put your ruler down on each line. And coincidentally, any one of these plastic rulers, do you guys see that the width between any two adjacent parallel lines like matches the width of the ruler? Okay, so that's a helpful feature too. Okay, so I'm gonna throw down the straight edge and just start folding. Okay, so got one fold. It's one down, nine to go. Okay, next one. Make sure, of course, you get all 10. Okay. And this Flexagon working at the end, like you guys remember the end result's going to look something like this. Right? If you want this to work correctly, then this step you're doing right now, you want these creases to be really nice. So you're looking for some really nice creases here. When you do five one way, then you can rotate your ruler and do the five the other way. Oh, yeah. All right, and then if you want to double check your work, so you can flip this thing upside down, and you should see like a bunch of diamonds that are all like, same size, same shape, right? Just make sure you didn't miss any lines. All right, so I think everybody's got all the lines, right? Five one way, five the other way, like that. All right. So now what? Now here's where I'll tell you guys two different ways I've been doing this today, and maybe leave it kind of up to you guys. Okay. So one way I've been doing this, I think with this one, is I've been keeping all 8 panels, wrapping it around like a bracelet. We're about to wrap this around like a bracelet. Right. Now, if you keep it exactly like it is, you have to tuck 2 panels into the opposite 2 panels. You see like 2 and 2? Right. Now, this can work, but the first class today I tried this and it did cause some students to tear, right? So it didn't work super well, right? So what I might recommend maybe to avoid that, and what I think I've been doing with these other ones anyway, and how I usually do this, is to recommend tearing off one of the panels so that you have 7, right? So I'm going to go ahead and do that, right? So you guys remember there's 8 panels, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to tear off one of these panels. Leaves with 7. Okay. If you made this out of regular copy paper, I would probably recommend not doing this step. But with this really thick cardstock, I think it makes it work a little bit better. Okay. So now I'm down to 7 panels. Okay, I got this little extra I'm gonna toss off over here. We got 7 panels. Okay, you guys got 7 panels? All right. So now I'm gonna wrap this around like a bracelet. Since I topped one off, I'm just going to tuck one panel into the opposite panel. So one side goes into the other side. Okay. If you kept both panels on, or if you kept all 8, you tucked 2 into 2, it's more difficult to get it to tuck in. Like you can, it's just more difficult. Right? It does lock better though, right? If you kept all 8. Okay. We got 7, got 1 into 1, which leaves me with a hexagon ring. Should have a hexagon ring. Run around, check, make sure everybody's got the hexagon ring. Let's get the hexagon ring. Okay. If it doesn't quite work right, you can pull it apart and try to rework it.
So let's see.
Yeah, should have a hexagon ring.
Yeah, do. What Have you seen these?
Hexagon. All
Okay.
right, working. All right.
Do like this. You got it? Like so?
Very good.
Here we go.
Got it.
Did you say how do you make it? It's more like stuff. Oh, is this right? Yeah. Yeah, I'm so right. There's. Here. You gotta mess with it.
All right. Everybody got the hexagon bracelet? The hexagon ring? All right. So, well, it's shows up on camera, but if you look at the creases, now remember making those 10 creases, 5 one way, 5 the other way? Okay. We're going to play off those right now. I see a little skinny triangle up at the top here, and then also one down at the bottom here, where my thumb's kind of covered, right? You guys see those little skinny triangles? Okay. It's going to pop this in. Okay. Guys see that? Pop this in, right? And then I'm going to rotate this. Right. Ooh, guys, 1 revolution. How many degrees is that? 360, right? What is that divided by 3? 120 degrees, right? So if my pen is acting as the axis of rotation, I'm going to rotate this 120 degrees. And oh, hey, look, that's another pair of skinny triangles. And then rotate another 120 degrees. Hey! So, like that. So I got a hexagon face, 120 degrees, hexagon face, 120 degrees, hexagon face. You guys got some hexagon faces? Okay. Check on you guys here.
I don't know. I used to make stone. I don't know how to do it. I think it makes it great. I was patient. It's not that long.
What you got?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really good part.
Looks like. Got it. Let me help you with this, because. You know, you take like 4 decreases.
But you know my mom. I'll do that with everyone.
You're like,
I know.
because. There's no creases. That's.
It's like,
What does this even do?
All right, we're getting real close here. All right, so you guys remember hexagon face, 120 degrees, hexagon face, 120 degrees, hexagon face. For that. Okay. Now, going for the finish. You're gonna grab the top and bottom corners of this hexagon, top and bottom corners, and push them together so they meet in the middle of the ring. Oh, you know what? Let me emphasize this. Make sure. Okay. Let me back up a little bit. Rewind. Make sure you do not have what I'm about to show you guys. You guys see this diamond right here? This diamond? Right. Make sure this is not pushing like that. That's gonna make this whole thing not really work. Right. So see how I just crushed that in right there? Right. That's bad. Right. If you don't have that, that's good. If you do have that, then you want to fix that. And you fix that by reaching inside and popping it out. So if you see that crushed in, you reach inside, pop it out. Right. And well, I guess you have like 3 of those, so just make sure as you're going around. Okay. And so, all right, back to where I was. The top and bottom corners of the hexagon. Push them together so they meet in the middle of the ring. Right. Then turn 120 degrees, top and bottom corners, middle of the ring, 120 degrees, top and bottom corners, middle of the ring. Okay. And then, and you might have to work this with your thumbs a little bit, make sure the paper's not folding the wrong way. Okay. I see some diamonds here. Now here, if the paper is trying to puff out, that's not very good. So you have to, you can get it to work. You just got to press with your thumbs and press that in, press the middle of the diamonds. Okay. And then it should rotate. Notice that wants to bulge out. That's not very helpful. So I'll pop that in. Okay. Make sure it's going to spin all the way around. There you go. All right. So I'll walk around, help you guys, make sure you're able to go for the finish here. Okay. And then, yeah, we got some time. So the last 2 minutes here, I'm going to play some of this one. This is Engineering with Origami from Veritasium.